So Flak wastes some money repairing. That's a good way to slow him down also, force him to repair things. Because then he won't build Gribbly units. He won't be able to. This is good news for you. This is good news for everybody. Everybody who's not me. Wait, that makes no sense. Well, there's nothing fucking new there, right? So Adder's breaking the things and doing addery stuff. That's fine though, it doesn't really matter all that much. We have plentiful infantry to work with down here. And we want to start using these missiles. So the first one I'm going to dump right here, because it's a beautiful target and it hits the tank, crucially, that's attacking the seam. We got to slow that down. Also artilleries, which are doing the same thing. We could probably hold it for another couple of turns, minimum. Now, let's put this one in the same place, actually, because, yeah, just weaken that whole area considerably. Make it difficult for anyone to progress. Right, now I'm pretty sure... Well, I'm going to put that down there. You need to use that artillery down there, really. Hoop the garble. Hoop it now. Let's capture that. Okay, strategizing time. It's everyone's favourite part of the game. So, ideally I want to build my rocket here, so I want to move the artillery rather than shoot with it. Which is not ideal, I realise. This needs to be dealt with immediately. That's a priority now. I'm just testing this. I need to... Okay, that will not be enough damage, so I have to use the anti-air to do it. That's fine, I can do that. Alright, well, whatever works, right? Let's do that. Let's preserve the life of that infantry also, because I sacrificed one in the interest of victory. I won't want to do it too many more times. Now then, let's deal with this ass face. Unfortunately, he will not die, but that's okay. At 1 health / 3 health in the repairs, he shouldn't be able to do too much to this. One hopes. I'm living in hope, and so should you be. Right, the mech can probably deal with this. Yes. Perfection reached. I could just kill the artillery, actually. 14, so I don't need to hit this infantry at this moment. Tricky, because there's also the option of blocking up the bases to prevent more units getting built, which is fairly important as well. Tell you what. Yeah, you know what? I can deal with Flak's units more than I can deal with Lash's coming through. Right, now I've got a choice. Do I shoot that, or do I do this? I think... See, it's hard. It's very difficult. I'm going to do that, though. And then I'm going to put the artillery right here. Because it might get shot, but I have a feeling the AI is going to prioritise capturing this with this infantry. And probably try and capture one of my bases with that. So let's get the rocket that we wanted. Let's put it right here. And fuck up your day real fast. So we got 12k coming in now. That gives us 14. Not enough for another rocket as in the following turn. So let's get another infantry there. Keep my numbers up. Flak attack. Well, I think when you can fight. Well, in your case, Flak, you're not very good at either, so... Well, sometimes being right is awesome. This is one of those times. That's fine, that's also what I expected. Tanks moving in. That fresh health artillery might move in to hit the seam now. Yeah. So there's nothing we can do about that any longer. But it might not matter, because I think I got this now. So we've got all the options in the world for dealing with this. I think this infantry is best handled with the mech and infantry combo that I already have, so let's do that. Wait a minute. This guy. Don't forget him! He's the captain of the assholes, and no mistake. Tell you what, let's do that first. In fact, let's deal with this whole area first, because it's easier, isn't it? So shoot there, and then shoot here! Slow that base capture down. We definitely don't want Lash getting her sticky mitts on it. And prepare to launch the missile. Now, where to place this one is a little trickier, because if I put it here again, it's probably not going to achieve that much, because this is going to get broken by that artillery no matter what I do. But on the other hand, I do want to weaken the units that could potentially be coming through that gap, so... The other option is to hit Adder's units while they're all on bases, like, oh, that, I mean, that target in particular is very juicy and stops his rockets moving too far forward. I think I'm going to do that, actually, yeah. Because I can prepare for a couple of tanks, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Artillery in position to shoot and to murder. Murderizing your face right now. Let's do the rocket first, actually, because that's probably a bit easier to decide on. Let's do this right here. I want to put a stop to it. Want to put a stop to your bullshit right now. I do not want you to have nice things. Okay, here's a plan. So I'm going to put a tank here. I'm going to put my artillery there. I'm just going to lock this down before it even gets going. I don't want to deal with it. It's a pain in the ass. So what's going on here? We've got a turn of leeway there, but I would rather not have to risk it. So, dead. And then if we go meow and meow, he's not capturing it. That's the key thing, isn't it? This infantry could contribute from here if it wanted to, and it does, and it will, and you must fucking die. So let's just do that. It forces him to spend money repairing again. Now, normally I'd build another rocket at this point. I can't afford one. Is another artillery a good plan? Yeah, probably. I'm at a relatively secure location, so to speak, and it means I can put it in position next turn and start locking those bases down. You don't want flak to contribute much at all. Alright, I like how this is going, which makes a nice fucking change. Seriously, the number of practice runs I've had where it just all went to shit way before this, I'll take this as an option. So now the scene breaks, nothing we can do about that. But, Lash is an idiot. So if I don't attack there, I don't actually need to do a whole lot of anything. Because the tanks won't move forward. They'll just sit there, backing each other up, because the AI is dumb. And I'm grateful for that, let me tell you. Bottom left is becoming a bit crowded now. So let's start dealing with that. So, bang! And get this missile, because it's the nearest to Lash, and I don't want her to have any access to it. That rocket becomes a problem quick, you need to deal with it. So let's do that first. Options. I can hit that rocket or I can hit that tank. Well, the tank doesn't matter, because, as I said, I'm not going to move those forward, so... rockets! We can do some serious damage to them with missiles! Missiles can be your best friends if you let them into your life. And you must. So the rocket's obvious choice now is to shoot here, really. Yeah. And we won't use the artillery to hit the tanks because there's no reason to. It just lets units move forward and become a problem. So let's hit that. Just get the mech out of the way. I don't want to fucking deal with it. And neither should you. You glue. Well, that takes me back. Fucking hell. No, don't move that tank. Don't be an idiot. Come on now. Have some fucking sense about you blargs. So kill him with concentrate fire, and can probably do the same there with the tank, question mark? Might not need it. Can I do it with the infantry alone? Let's see. 37 and 33. Well, no, but what I can do as a result of that is weaken it so it isn't capturing and finish it next turn, because he won't stop doing that. He's dumb. And dumbness is fine. It works for me. So let's make him waste cash repairing that and get more rockets. You can just start. So phase 2, if you like, once you've dealt with the initial difficulties, is to set up a nice indirect wall here. Then that allows you to lock Lash down and take her out with a nice application of beef. As for down here, it should be alright, given that most of the units I'm dealing with are low health. Except for this, but it won't be able to get in range yet. And by then I should be able to get a tank from here. That base over there. So I think we're good. Fingers crossed. You know what? I'm actually going to put another infantry there just to give me maximum missile usage. Because there are times where you want to drop 3 on a fool in a single turn. Losing that mech doesn't really matter, fortunately. What's going to be an issue now is Lash's rocket, which she's going to move forward, I expect. Yeah. And I can't hit it without my own in range yet, so I need to missile the ever-loving crap out of that little segment to make sure it doesn't do any horrible blargs to me. Should be fine. Okay, so where will we be now then? This missile? That's not a missile. Ah, good. Look at that. Insta-kill. And boom! Fuck you! Don't stand in the way of progress when progress is mine. So now, we want to deal with you. Your endless capacity for bullshit will be denied. More missiles being launched. We can probably knock that rocket down a fair chunk, actually. And, kind of want to hit Ada's rocket too. So let's launch it there. Rockets are your biggest enemies here, because they're obviously the thing that slows down your aggression. Now, use this one, and I'm going to hit more or less the same place. In fact, the exact same place. So that rocket there shouldn't be as much of a threat. She might even retreat it to repair it. You never know. Right. So that can all stay in place. That's fine. That's nice and blockaded. This rocket has no decent targets, because this guy doesn't count. So let's go ahead and shoot him with this guy, and then join them. Now I've got a full health one in range of the HQ. It's almost like I planned it, isn't it? Okay, this rocket does actually have a decent target, and it is the APC in question, so let's do that. We can move this one forward now, start getting some good shots on forward units. Now, we want to take care of this and this in the same turn. Oh wait, if we do that, Flak dies. I mean, there's an argument for that, because then he's out of the way and he isn't building things. But on the other hand, bear in mind that once he's dead, you won't have the opportunity to capture all his properties at once. And that's preferable most of the time. So I think the best option would actually be to do this, followed by... No, wait, no, that doesn't make sense, does it? Wait, yes it does. Does it? Yes, it does. I know what I'm doing. Kill the APC, it's just gone, it's straight out the way. Block his other base. He can't build anything except from this base, and if he does, well, fucking who cares, right? Okay. So this infantry can move down here now, start helping out with this situation, and I think I'm going to need a tank down there, possibly even a medium tank. I know I don't build medium tanks very much. It's a straight choice between a rocket here or a tank here. I tell you what, let's compromise and get a tank both ways. I like that. That works.